Welcome back to another video. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. MeiaSoQuick with the uploads. Intro's over. Subscribe before you go. Welcome back. It's MeiaSoQuick, and in today's video, it is day 10 of our 12 days of Christmas nail art. So I'm gonna go ahead and with my Beetles base gel, and I'm gonna apply that over this clear tip I have, and this should just make the surface prepped and ready to apply the gel polish on top. And for today's nail art, I decided I'm gonna do the Christmas bauble, little ball round ornament. So stay tuned and see how I go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you've got a layer of that on there, you want to go ahead and pop it under the lamp to cure. And then first I'm going to go in with this color 336, which is the deep blue. And I'm just going to apply 2 coats on that because it's a little bit transparent. So I'm going to apply a coat on there. I'm going to cure it under the lamp for a full cure. And then I'm going to come back and do a second coat to build up its opacity. And then let that cure as well for a full 2 minutes under my UV lamp. And then once I've got both of those 2 coats on and cured, this is what my nail looks like, and I decided that I want to go ahead and do a matte top coat over this nail. So I'm going to grab my matte top coat from Beetles as well, and I'm going to apply a thin layer of that over the nail, and then I'm going to pop that in the lamp once again to cure. And this is just going to give me a really nice base to begin my nail art on. So for my nail art, the first thing that I'm going to start on is the metal little clasp, hook thing, as well as the little ribbon. I don't have any silver metallic nail polish, but I am going to go in with this 340 glitter gel polish. It's going to just have to work. If you have a metallic polish, that would work best. And then I'm going to take my little Macart number 1 fine detailer brush, and then I'm just going to start off by trying to draw a little tiny square, which is just a little clasp that's on the top of the little bauble, little ornament. And then from there, I'm going to try to get a square as best as I can. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and draw out the little loops, okay? So I don't know, you either use a hook or you use the little loops that hook onto the tree. Either way, that's what I'm attempting to do here. I had to constantly dip back in my brush because as I did say, this gel polish is just pretty much like a bunch of glitter submerged in like a clear base. And a lot of times when I was striping, it was just kind of coming out clear, so I had to double back a bunch of times just to get the glitter to kind of fill in. But if you do have a metallic polish, I would go with that instead and make this a lot simpler for your life, okay? But once I have that set, I go ahead and let that cure under the lamp as well for a full cure. You can even flash cure it, and then I'm ready for the next step. For the next step, I'm gonna go back in to my actual base gel that I used before, and I'm gonna use this to actually outline the circle, the actual bobble shape. So I'm just gonna get that, and on a detail brush, I'm just gonna make a big circle, and this is kind of gonna be like my whole outline so that I can see, especially because I'm making these like clear ornaments. Clearly you could do this with any color you want, but I wanted to kind of get almost like a 3D effect, if you will, so that is why I'm doing this. So I'm going to apply this, and once I got the shape that I like, and you clean it up as best as you can. If you make any mistakes, by all means, just get some acetone or even some alcohol on a brush, and you can just, clean up your shape. But anyway, once you have this shape, you're going to go ahead and let that cure fully. And once I went ahead and let that cure fully, my next step is going to be to, I can either use the base gel again, or you can use your top coat, and I'm going to go in with these various different types of glitter. So I have some chunky glitter, and I have like 2 different sizes. So I have a really big one and kind of a thin one. And so this first mix is like a blue-green, and I'm just dumping that pretty much in. I'm using some of that base gel as well, just to kind of stick it on there. And then I'm also have these littler, finer gold pieces of glitter that I'm also going to add in there, as you can see. And then I also just have some green glitter on its own that I'm going to add into this mix to try to give it a little bit more dimension. So as you can see, that's literally all I am, is just picking up the glitter and putting it in there, and that base gel that we laid down is giving us our border so we know what lines to work within. So once all your glitter has been applied, you can see what it looks like, and then I'm just going to put that under the lamp to cure it. And once it's fully cured, you see that I took this rhinestone glue gel. I usually use this to put down my rhinestones. It's kind of more like a builder gel, if you will. So it has a really thick viscosity to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on top of the nail and try to bring the actual shape up, okay? So I don't know if I showed it in this clip, but when you want to get it to kind of a perfect round, you can go ahead and flip the nail over and just let the gravity kind of pull the gel down, and it'll make a perfect bubble. But once you got that bubble, you can go ahead and top coat it as you see me do here, and that's pretty much how that nail works out. Okay, and I also went and applied some of the top coat, the shiny top coat, to the loop and the little metallic piece on this one, and I let that cure. And when it was all said and done, this is what it came out looking like. I think it came out looking really good, kind of almost looks like a glow. All right, so now for my second nail that I'm gonna do, you start off with the same steps. You're going to get a regular nail and you're going to apply your base gel to it, and then for this one I'm going to go in with the color 330. So this is going to have a background color of red. So once again, I'm just going to apply 2 coats just to build up the opacity, because these are some pretty transparent colors. And once that's on there, you're going to let those coats fully cure after each coat, and then you are ready once again for the nail art. Alright, so now that that's cured, I'm going in with this 341. This time I'm using gold. Alright, as I said before, if you have a metallic polish, it'll work out way better than just trying to use a glitter polish that's in gel. But I went ahead and did the same steps as the last one. I don't know if you can really see, my camera really wasn't trying to focus, but I start off by making a little tiny square, which is the clasp, and then I go in to do the little loops that the bauble or ornament would use to hang on to your tree. So once again, as you can see, yeah, I gotta go in a bunch of times just because of this type of polish. It doesn't show. It's not really like an opaque polish. But once I have this, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it this time, okay? Last time I didn't, I did this step after the matte top coat, but this time I wanted to just matte it all and give it a different type of look. So I matted the whole nail with my matte top coat, and now back into that base gel, I'm gonna go ahead and outline that bobble shape and just make it into a perfect circle as best as I can. And then I'm gonna be using some different glitters this time around. So after that's cured, I go back in, I use that base gel to apply my glitters, and I'm going in with a bunch of different glitters this time. I'm gonna go in with a red glitter, a gold glitter, and even a kind of a white with a shift to it. So you can see me here starting to apply those glitters once again just to the center of the nail. And you just move it around as much as you can. You can use as many different colors as you want. It doesn't really matter. It is up to you. The red probably doesn't show up as much on a red nail, but it was fine for what I was doing. So once you're satisfied with all your glitter being placed inside of the outline that you did, you once again are going to go ahead and cure that fully. And when you've cured it, when it comes out, I'm going to pick up that same rhinestone glue gel that I did before, and I'm going to start applying a big bead, a big blob of that onto the nail. And I just use my brush just to kind of work it into the shape that I want, making sure that it doesn't go past that outline that I have on there before. And as I said, if you really want to get a higher almost like a globe shape, because I actually forgot to do it on the last nail, but I'll show you here. I just flip over and I let gravity pull that glue gel down so that it makes a perfect round sphere. And once you got that, you're pretty much good. You throw it under the lamp to cure it. And once it's out of the lamp, you can apply your shiny top coat and directly on top and let that cure as well. And that is it. in the end, you will have a nice nail, as you can see, and this one has a little bit more height. I try to show it from the side view as well, but super easy. But like I said, you will need, if you wanted to have that 3D type of effect, you will need something thicker than just top coat, because top coat, you'd have to do like a ton of layers just right on top to try to build it up. But if you use something with some thicker or viscosity, it'll work a lot better. So either if you have builder gel or if you have something like a rhinestone glue type of gel, that'll work. So there you are. Those are the final nails, and thanks again for watching day 10 of our 12 days of Christmas nail art. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe if you wish, and thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.